Hey, welcome to another video. So it must be a year or so ago now I kind of converted this shed that's full of rubbish into a workshop. People asked for some updates, so I thought I'd do a video about that now. Now I have an additional shed here which I keep my bike and some other tools in to make the workshop into like a dedicated workshop. So let's roll the intro and we'll go inside. Okay, so this is it, the workshop. So let me kind of take you through kind of how things are set up here now. So a lot of this stuff on the side hadn't changed too much. I'll just kind of give you an overview of how I have things set up. So I have this little electric fan heater that I can use in the winter if it gets a bit cold in here. And on the top section here I keep some of my Ryobi lights, the multi-tool and the jigsaw. These are the kind of brackets that I use to mount some Ryobi tools on the wall. So these are things I 3D printed, so just keep those on the shelf here. A fan that I've used a couple of times, obviously if it's hot, but also to help dry some things I spray painted, which is why it's a little bit red on there. First aid stuff going on, so eye cleaner, first aid kit. This is where I get the power here into the shed. Keep all my chargers over here. I used to have them mounted on the wall, but now I have them on this little shelf because it's just easier to get to. When things are mounted on the wall, you can't really see the status indicators that much. This here is a Ryobi inflator deflator that needs to go in the garage. I need to do a review on that as well. So it's just some stuff that needs to go in the garage. Here I have my Parkside drill press. It's not brilliant, but I don't use it load, so it kind of does the job for that. I have my glue gun mounted on the wall here, my little SS rocket just here, and this is a project I'm working on which is going to be an all sky camera. So it's just again one of the projects I haven't got round to finishing just yet. Here's some hard drives that I need to wipe along with my Ryobi vac. And I have a computer in here for a couple of reasons. One, so I can kind of just research some stuff whilst I'm in here. Also be able to print off templates and what have you, but also use this to set my files for 3D printing and for the stuff I make on my Cricut Maker. Just a bit more on this section. So I have my Ryobi reciprocating saw mounted on here, along with my my brain's just gone blank. Another Ryobi saw, and this is where I keep all of my batteries, so it's all in one place, ready and good to go. Circular saw, that's what it is. Okay, moving up on the upper shelf, my Ryobi blower, and I've got a couple of sanders, so orbital sander and palm sander, the angle drill, impact driver, just normal drill, and SDS drill. I keep a couple of other things on this shelf, so tweezers, knives, digital calipers, and some other bits and bobs, and a whole different wall of different tools that I tend to grab when I'm here in the workshop, so just easy access to it. So spirit levels, stapler, some magnets, Allen keys, screwdrivers, marker pens, some spanners and whatnot, they're all here. And then as you come down to this section, I try to keep different areas free, so I got some kind of place to kind of do some work, kind of just if I need to do some documentation or cut things out. Here's a bit of my overflow. So Cricut had a sale on, so I stocked up on a bit more vinyl. So these are the stuff that I don't have room for in the storage, but here's all the different Cricut stuff I have and fabrics, along with the Easy Press, which is just over here when I'm making t-shirts and whatnot, and the maker itself. Then on top of this cabinet, just a few odds and sods that are easy to get hold of. So soldering iron, solder stuff. My brain's just not working today. Multimeter, digital multimeter, some kitchen roll, magnifying glass, and all hands for the soldering iron, different pots. I need to mix different stuff up, and then different solutions and whatnot up there. Down the bottom of here, I kind of keep a few things. So got a sewing machine in there, some extra large drill bits and things kind of in this section, and I have just different papers and cardstock in that back one there. And in this little corner here is a weather kind of balloon project that I've been trying to get around to doing for a couple of years, along with my kind of PLA stock there, and this little heater that I keep on that just keeps the plastics nice and warm. Underneath here, mainly I keep stuff related to my air compressor, so air compressor and hoses and tools, different staples and stuff for my staple gun, kids' RC car under there, some paint and whatnot because I didn't have enough room in the other shed storage, along with the air compressor itself. Now if we come over to the other side, these are some clothes that I wear if I need to get dirty, so just keep those here. Another Ryobi tool, the hedge trimmers there, and the oil and whatnot for the hedge trimmer. This is where I kind of keep some of my spare wood stock, so offcuts and whatever that I can use, and then I try to keep all the saw kind of stuff into one area. So different saws here, along with a multitude of clamps up on this wall. Here I have my table saw that currently has a Traeger sat on top of it at the moment, which I need to build a different storage, like a barbecue area for that to go in. I don't use the table saw loads. I want to get a bandsaw, and my plan for the bandsaw is I'd make a stand that can go on top of the table saw that the bandsaw can then sit on, because again I don't use it that much, and I can move the bandsaw out of the way if I do need to use the table saw for anything. And underneath here again I've got a corded circular saw, and some different kind of wood saws there, and a couple of mallets. All of this stuff, when I put it together, this one's made out of an old IKEA little table. Everything I've put on wheels, so I can easily just move everything around to be able to get out to this bigger kind of area if I need to cut something that's a bit larger. At the top here, so I keep the longer pieces of wood that just travels down the whole length of the workshop. Here again I have chop saw that's I use most of the time actually, and under here I have a bit more storage, but also with the vacuum in, so lots of the tools you can have the vacuum connected into the end of it, so that you can kind of minimise the amount of dust that goes everywhere, so that's kind of handy. Again, this is on wheels, so I can just move this out of the way if I need more room and more storage. Then this workbench is the latest thing that I made, so it's about, I don't know, just under 2 meters, and again because it's on wheels I can move this all the way out as well, take up this whole kind of space, move things around if I need a larger area, and just give me a bit more flexibility in a small space, and also doubles up the storage, so I keep extra kind of sanding blocks and drill bits and different cloths and stuff under there. These Ryobi boxes are all things that I'm already using, I haven't got around to do the videos of yet, so they're just, you know, empty boxes, and I plan to obviously use those when I'm doing a video. And then in the corner here is some parts that I'm trying to make a digital photo frame out of this old monitor, so that's another project that I'll get around to at some point. And these are tools that I use slightly less often that I mount on the wall, so there will be my router in there, and in the bottom one must be my angle grinder, I think. Again, don't use those very often. Okay, then kind of moving over to my 3D printer station. That was what it was designed for. This was originally at the top of the stairs in the cave, but decided to move everything into the workshop when I kind of did an overhaul. So whether I'm making something with a Cricut or 3D printing something, everything is out here, so it's not getting disturbed or making noise whilst I'm trying to work in the cave. And just use this extra storage bins to kind of keep driver bits, chisels, nails, wood bits, etc. in, so I know where they all are. And then obviously this, again, being 3D print station. So I have a few things here. My original one-hoe duplicator 4S, still use that printer for smaller stuff, but you know, just keep that around. And then obviously the larger duplicator 9, which I use for the bigger prints. So again, this is on wheels, so if I need to move it around, I can. The main thing with this small space is the versatility to be able to move things nice and easily. In terms of power, I know really we shouldn't be doing it, but I've most of this stuff is relatively low power. I don't have it all on at once, so I've just got different controllable extension leads. I can turn each one on and off to kind of control what I'm using and when I'm using it. Have a speaker down here which have the Echo Dot connected to for me listening to music, and then various Raspberry Pis at the back here. 2 of them are running Astro Print to control the 3D printers, and the other one sends the tweets from my weather station out to the internet. It was just a project I did a fair while ago. So yes, that pretty much wraps it all up. In terms of lights, I just got this old lamp that I bought for some project years ago that never did anything with, so just kind of hanging out with extra light. Wireless light strip. This one got slightly damaged, which is why I'm kind of using it out here, but it does help to give a bit of extra light over this area when I'm doing some stuff. And again, just a workshop light in here that I think I got from Lidl or Aldi when I did this project originally. That's it. That's my update for my shed / workshop. So quite a lot of stuff in here for a small space, but really allows me to do a multitude of things. And like I said, the only real kind of plans in terms of additional tools, which I kind of struggle with because I like the tools. You can probably tell with all the Ryobi stuff. I'm a big fan of the Ryobi products, and it's that combination of how often do I use something and whether it's worth having the tool. So obviously, instead of the bandsaw, can just use a jigsaw for a lot of those projects, but sometimes it would be handy to have the bandsaw. I'd also like a more dedicated sander. So it's great having the palm and orbital sander, but it'd be good to have a sanding kind of unit, which I think I could probably put kind of down here somewhere. They don't take up that much space. And then also a grinder and sharpener. They're about £50. Again, I don't think I'd use one of those very often, but every now and then it's been kind of handy to sharpen some blades for lawnmower or chisels and stuff, and I've done those manually on a sharpening block. And so again, these are just things that would be convenient but not needed. Lots of things in my life aren't needed, but kind of get some enjoyment out of using it. But yeah, I had a big clear out and got rid of a lot of stuff to kind of just pare things down to just kind of the basics of what I was using here. And a lot of these extra things, the screwdriver sets that I've got multiple ones of, I got from my father-in-law's house. As I mentioned in the previous videos, he passed away recently, so I had some of those tools that I just decided instead of getting rid of them, I could use them a little bit here in the workshop. So please leave comments, any thoughts and feedback. Be also interested in any videos you have of kind of your workshops or similar setups that you have. It's nice just to be able to come into a dedicated space and leave projects kind of halfway in between. And obviously fortunate to have this space to have a pretty big shed workshop really from a residential perspective, and kind of keep my garage just for vehicular stuff. And I've got a project that I'm going to do an update on my garage as well, so I'll do a time-lapse video on that in the future, so keep an eye on the channel in the next few months for that one. Thanks for watching this video. A thumbs up would be really appreciated. If you're interested in other geek type videos, please consider subscribing to Spectrum Geeks. Why not also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And before you leave, why don't you check out one of these other videos that may be of interest. Thanks again for watching.